Patriots, today I've got news for you about Social Security that you need to share with all of your friends and family. It is official. Social Security Administration is now going to require in-person identity checks for new and existing recipients. And just like that, 99% of the fraud is wiped out. Beginning March 31st, in 11 days, people will no longer be able to verify their identity to the Social Security Administration over the phone. The Social Security Administration is going to require in-person identity checks for new and existing recipients. That is going to affect all of you. It's going to affect your moms, your dads, your grandparents, your neighbors. And I believe this is the single most powerful move by Donald Trump to show you, the American people, that he is saving Social Security and that he wants to secure it for the future. Over the last couple of months, we have seen the amount of fraud and illegitimate people that are taking money from the American taxpayer in forms of waste, fraud, and abuse. And Donald Trump has these buzzwords with Donald Trump: fraud, Social Security, Doge. It's got everybody searching right now. They're all the hot streaks are searching for this. There are billions of dollars at stake, and Trump's promise to protect your retirement by cracking down on Social Security fraud is exactly what he's doing. Before we get too far into this, make sure you smash the like, subscribe, thumbs up button. And let's get a little deeper, okay? I've got Byron Donalds laying out the plan, and he's also going to tell you what not to do.
What I would tell the American people is, do not listen to the fear-mongering from the radical left and the Democrats. Donald Trump has been clear. We're not touching Social Security. We're not touching Medicare. If anything happens in Medicare in particular, it's to get illegals off of Medicare and to get some of the waste out of Medicare so that that program is more secure for seniors who rely on it. Budget reconciliation doesn't really allow you to touch Social Security anyway. That's just the way the rules are written. So we'll have to do that through regular order. And everything else is about getting the waste out and getting rid of these terrible programs that are not in the national interest so that we can actually focus on the core mission of the federal government. This is why early on, the waste and the cuts we were finding was very popular by the American people. But now you have the Democrats who are fear-mongering. They're storming town halls. Now I hear they're beating up Teslas for crying out loud.
When did finding fraud, removing fraud, become so bad? First off, Social Security is a lifeline for seniors, but fraud is bleeding it dry. Experts are saying that billions are lost yearly to scammers and waste. What entered Donald Trump in 2025. And this is where the script is flipped. In 2025, the agenda to double down on saving Social Security is huge. By rooting out fraud with tougher audits and tech upgrades, think about it. No more fake claims, no more stolen benefits, just pure protection for hard-working Americans. Trump's team claims this could extend Social Security funds by decades. Pretty game-changing, right? Fraud's the enemy, and Trump is ready to fight it head on. The numbers are shocking. Elon Musk found millions of Social Security accounts belonging to people supposedly aged over 120 years old. How many of you know anyone over 120? But over 3.2 million were just marked as deceased, but yet they were continuing to draw money from Social Security. Now, where does that money go? Who's getting it? I'm not sure, and I don't know if we will ever be able to track down who actually is stealing that money and stealing that money from the American taxpayer. But here's what they found. 3 million accounts over 120 years old. 1.3 million over 150 years old. Think about this. The oldest person ever recorded lived to 122. But our government had millions of accounts for people supposedly older than that. Again, how many of these were getting checks? and who really got the checks. You can expect something in the mail in the next couple of days, probably weeks, that is going to require you to go to your Social Security office with some ID and to verify it. I would say grin and bear it, because what you're doing is going to be for the greater good. They are going to verify every single person taking 1 penny from Social Security. I think it's a bold move. I think it is a great move. Is it going to be a little painful at the beginning? Absolutely. But that's how you find fraud. That's how you root out the problems that are occurring. And the Democrat Party doesn't want this for some reason. They do not want the government, Social Security, to be efficient. They don't want the people that are eligible to actually be the ones getting the money. For some reason, the Democrat Party, which is polling lower than skim milk right now, continues to make bad decisions. And bad decisions affect you, the American taxpayer. Even Joe Rogan brought this up on his show, and I want you to hear what he said.
There's so many whistles being blown. It's hard to keep track.
A lot of whistles. But this one lady...
It was only in one state. It was very specific instance,
Right,
I believe.
but it was using Social Security money, correct? That was her.
I don't know.
That was her allegation. So what she was alleging was that she was in charge of turning illegal immigrants into clients. That's what they would call them, and that she would go to them and try to ask them, "Do you have a headache? Do you have back problems?
Yes.
If you do, now you can be permanently disabled. You get permanent disability, so you get Social Security for life."
Yes.
Yeah.
Not just Social Security, but disability, which is even more.
Right, and you get them on the taxpayer dole right away the moment, and they're illegal aliens.
Yes. Oh, so if I were to say, like...
Guys, we all know this is happening, but they're going to try to root it out. It's going to be tough, but they're going to do it. At this point with the program, we need radical change. And I am sure all of you voted for radical change. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you share it with everyone you know, because what is happening on March 31st, requiring in-person verification to continue receiving money through Social Security, is monumental. And I believe the next big move by the Trump administration is going to be voter ID, universal, across the United States. So only the people that are allowed to be here, should be here, legally are here, decide what happens in your elections. And that's the exact same people that should be eligible to draw Social Security. This is the Vet Biker. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys. Take care.
And can an amen and a boom shakalaka go right there?